This is the SD card from there. Got another file.
Looks like Graham's got a little fabric cock hanging down out his shirt, doesn't it?
Can I have a clap, please? Lazy log.
What, for that? You're not going to get a clap for that. A little bit of string hanging out your shorts.
Right, let's go.
Okay, so take 17, Ian. Your Mercedes, how many years have you had it?
3 years, May 18.
May 18. You worked that out this time, didn't
Yeah.
you? 3 years, yeah, that's quite good. And how long did it take you to decide you wanted a Mercedes?
Now that's a different question. Probably 2 or 3 years thinking about getting another car.
Yeah.
Waiting for my missus to retire, basically, so she had some money.
So it was bought for you, was it, as a present?
Well, it's not actually mine, it's hers.
Oh, is it?
It's hers, yeah.
Okay.
It's in her name.
Yeah. So was Nikki involved in whittling down all the various cars?
No, not really. I think it was a case of, I quite fancy having one of these, so do you want one of these? And she said yes.
Okay. What other cars had been on your list?
We was thinking about Porsche Cayenne, but probably didn't need one because we've already got a 4x4, so yeah, so we opted for that. I think it's one of the best looking convertible come hard top cars you can get.
Yep.
So
Certainly good value, aren't they?
I doubt, yeah, definitely.
So, what sort of research did you do, and how did you do your research?
Obviously visiting loads of garages to look at cars that were around, researching prices, a lot of time on Google, several Mercedes forums, which sometimes are a good thing and a bad thing, because you've got to be quite careful about what you do and don't believe on them. So just researching what can go wrong, what things are likely to go wrong. Yeah, and just take it from there, really.
What were the three things, the top three things you had to watch out for?
Leaks. Leaks is probably the biggest thing around the convertible top, because where they leak is normally right above where a lot of the expensive stuff is inside the car. PSE pump, roof pump. So if it starts leaking from there, then you've got big troubles, because they're not protected.
Between the back and the front of the boot, sort of thing.
The right hand side of the boot lid.
Okay.
And it's not protected. There's no, all there is a sponge cover over them.
Which soaks up water, I suppose, if you get a leak.
Yeah.
Okay. So leaks, were they the top three? Leaks, and more leaks.
Yeah, and then obviously the ABC pump, the active body control pump, the PSE pump, the central. Yeah, a lot of ones I looked at had rust on the wheel arches. Not too much anywhere else, but a lot of wheel arches. Right. So whether that's because the way the drain plugs are, I don't know. But yeah, and obviously there's a lot of electronics in it, so you've got to make sure when you buy it everything's working.
Right. Okay.
Because there obviously are things in the car that will tell you if certain things have gone, but there's a lot of hidden things that I think the electronics should pick up and warn you that have gone, but they don't, which seems a bit crazy to me.
That will tell you a tail light's bulb's out or something, but might not tell you if your ABC pump.
I think the ABC pump it will tell you, but the PSE pump, which I had one go, there was no warning for that.
Okay.
A big problem with them also is they've got 2 batteries. So they've got a front starter battery and they've got a rear battery in the boot, which is what they call a consumer battery, which runs most of the electronics. So if that's knackered, or it even runs down, which they do even on the best ones, after about 2 weeks.
Of not being used.
Not being used. So you need a trickle charger if you're not going to use it as a daily.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you had all of that information.
Yeah.
How many colours are there that are the common colours?
I suppose silver, black. I'd say they're the most two common colours.
Yeah.
Quite a few white ones, I suppose. And then there are more obscure colours. But
And what colour did Nicky want?
I wanted black.
So Nicky thought black would be good as
I
well.
wanted the red one originally, but
Okay.
they're so rare.
Not a lot of them around.
No.
Okay, so you had your list of items you needed to check.
Yeah.
You had your colour scheme.
Yeah.
You had the model.
Yes.
Was there certain extras, or do they all have a really good spec?
Yeah, they do have good spec, but you can still spec them up more, like panoramic roof, ventilated seats, Distronic control.
Would you trust that on a 15-year-old car?
No, probably not. No, I'll probably have it. I'll have it.
I would.
I'll have it switched off all the time. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think that it's I'm still a bit nervous of it now with today's technology. 15-year-old technology might have concerned me a bit.
I'd never have that on.
No.
No.
I'd agree.
But I haven't got it, so it doesn't really concern me. But I'd like to be interested to talk to someone who has got it and whether they fully trust it, like you say, on a 15, 18-year-old car.
Yeah, I wouldn't be that happy. So you've got all of that. How long did it take you to, once you said, that's it, that's what we're doing, Nicky's retired, she's got her money, how long did it take you to go and find it?
I did a stupid thing, really, because I bought the first one I see. The first one I actually went to view properly.
As opposed to research?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, and it's one of those things where I've always felt in the past, the three best cars I've ever had, I made that mistake of thinking, seeing it, I'm having it. And I did in this case.
Yeah.
I see it and I wanted it.
Yeah. So I'm very much the same. And Sharon says, why have you done it? Surely you need to look at lots and lots. It's like, yeah, but with the information you get on the internet now, with all the pictures that are available, with all the information the seller gives you, you actually whittle out a lot of the ones that you would have gone to see.
Also, if it had any of the problems that we discussed earlier, I wouldn't have bought it.
Yeah, you would have just...
It's just that, so my initial thought was, I'm having that, but on the proviso that everything's okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have bought a shit heap.
No. So, where did you get it from?
I bought it from a guy down in Ashford.
Okay.
And another thing I think when I bought cars privately is, if I like the look of the person's house and it all looks neat and tidy and everything looks brilliant, I think to myself, that's the sort of person who's not going to skimp and scrape on looking after a car.
So you wouldn't buy a car from this place?
Definitely not. No.
Well,
and also, I know him.
You'd ask him a question about, what about this? Has it got two batteries? Oh, I didn't know. What, the roof comes off? I'm shocked. Okay, so did Nicky see it before you bought it?
Yeah, she was with me. Yeah, she came with me to see it, yeah.
And did you make an offer there and then, or did you walk away and say, I'll think about it?
No, I went, obviously had quite a decent drive out in it, and made an offer. He wasn't open to offers, and I was, with all the other things, ones I'd seen advertised, it seemed a pretty decent price. So, just arranged when I was going to go and pick it up.
Brilliant. So, having had it, what was obviously you'd driven a few of them and you'd taken it out for a good long test drive. What was it like driving it home 50 odd miles? Or did you take a longer route home?
Oh, no, it was great. Great. Motorway most of the way from Ashford, isn't it? So you can sort of put your foot down a little bit.
Did you add it to your dart tag?
Oh, yes. Yeah, yeah.
Because it's got a private plate on it, hasn't it?
Yes. Not my doing, obviously that was on there originally.
But it suits the car, doesn't it?
Well, M500, obviously Mercedes 500, and MFH, which is obviously personal to him, and apparently it was for Marshal of the Foxhounds, which is going to anger a few people, isn't it? Apparently. So, yeah.
So he used to go out, kill a few foxes, and then get back.
I suppose it was dragging, wouldn't it? I suppose then. I suppose. Well, I hope. No, he wouldn't have been allowed to, would he?
So, you've had the car 3 years.
Yeah.
What are the three best things about the car? The 3 things you absolutely love about it.
I think the biggest thing for me is I think it just looks beautiful.
Yeah.
With the roof up or down.
Yep.
It's only a 500, but it's quick enough for me.
Yeah.
So got enough power for me, and as you know, the exhaust sounds absolutely fantastic, doesn't it?
Yeah. So one of my top 3 would be the noise of it.
Yeah.
It's just glorious. So you're going to go with looks, sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your third one?
Comfortable.
Comfortable. It is comfortable. It's not jarring, is it at all?
And it's drivable.
Yeah.
You can take it easy, or you can put down a little bit if you want, and it feels safe, I think.
Oh, it's
and planted.
solid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And one thing you would change if you could. It could be to the spec of the car. It could be to what Mercedes did originally. Just, is there one thing you think, oh, if that was like that, that would make it even better?
Make the roof seals more efficient.
So you didn't have to worry about. Yeah, that's good.
Because a lot of people say don't buy a Mercedes SL unless you've got a garage.
Yeah. Oh, okay, right. And do you put yours in the garage all year?
No, only probably around 6 months of the year. I sawn it for 6 months.
Right. And you use one of the many other cars on your drive.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So, what year is it?
2003.
And how much would that have been when that was first bought?
I would say 65,000, but depends how specs up is. I don't know. I don't fully know what came as extras on that.
Have you thought about going to Mercedes UK and asking?
I'm always thinking about doing it, but I never get around to it.
Do it get Luke to do it on the internet.
I should do.
Because they come back with the actual build sheet.
Yeah, well, I did it on Luke's M3, funnily enough.
You did, yeah. So you do it on someone else's car, but
Yeah, strangely enough, when Luke bought his car, or after he got it, I actually contacted every single dealer that had ever been through to find out everything that had been done, but I haven't done it on this one.
so does Luke drive it?
No, he's not allowed.
He's not allowed.
No, his mum won't let him.
He's a good driver, isn't he?
Well, I suppose so. If he can handle that M3, he can handle the...
But she won't let him.
No.
Oh, all right. So, what would your advice be to someone who was in the market for, let's say, 10 grand, 2-seater convertible sports car? What would you say to them?
Well, I suppose it depends what you want out of a sports car. If you want a proper sports car, I suppose Boxster, good money.
Yeah.
Honda S2000, if you want something a bit smaller.
Yeah. Risky. Yeah. Get a good one. But they're going to go up in value.
I think even though I've got Mercedes, I think a Boxster's a great choice for a sports car at the moment. They're still fairly cheap, aren't they, compared with a 911?
Oh, they're incredibly cheap. So, would you swap yours for a Boxster?
No. No, I wouldn't, no.
What would you swap it for?
Am I putting more money towards it?
Yeah, so what would convince you to change that for something else, and what would you have to put into it?
I think probably within my price range, and probably an SL55 AMG. I want one of 65 or 6.3, but yeah, I think an SL55 AMG. Yeah. I wish I'd done that. I wish I had bought that. I wish Nicholas said get that.
Twice the price.
Probably, yeah, and it wouldn't have had the low mileage.
No.
That's only done 75,000, so.
Yeah, that is low, isn't it?
Yeah, but having said that, I reckon the AMG's going to appreciate more than mine ever will.
Yeah, I think you've got to get a really good one. Like your car's a really good one of the SL500s. You've got to get a really good.
But I should imagine there's a lot of shitty ones out there.
There's a lot that have been bought and then not looked after, and they're a money pit.
It is a problem. You know, everything goes. I mean, you're probably talking sort of like shock absorber each corner, 800 quid.
What about tyres? Have you had to put tyres on it yet?
They weren't too bad. I think the last I've only bought one actually. I think that was I think it was only £200. I mean, it was a Falcon. It wasn't anything spectacular.
£200 for a Falcon.
Yeah.
So are they Mercedes? Do you have to have a tyre for the Mercedes?
No,
they're not run flats. They're not.
No, these aren't run flats. No, because they're on those Brabus wheels. So, but I don't actually know whether all of them are run flats. I can't answer that one.
I know the BMs that tend to be, don't they?
Yeah. Well, Luke's weren't. But he's got to change his wheels anyway. So
what other expense have you had on it?
I've spent out on a washer pump.
Has it got a built-in washing machine?
Yeah, a washer pump, windscreen washer pump. That comes up as a fault, washer pump, which I did try and do myself, but...
So the fact you've got no water coming out when you turn the pump on, was that not enough of an indication? Or does it tell you it's failing?
It tells you it's failed.
Oh, right.
But the stupid thing is, it also tells you the radiator's failed as well.
At the same time?
Yeah.
Oh, right. That is weird.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a bit stupid.
So you had that fixed?
Had that fixed. What else have I had done? Oh, the wife got it up the arse by a bus.
We're talking about the car?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm talking about the car. And, yeah, so that was my expense. That was done in the insurance company.
We won't talk about that on here, about the Range Rover, we won't go there.
No, that's about it.
Did you mention a PSE pump?
Oh yeah, the PSE pump, yeah, that was £480.
So you're right, people talk about them as shock horror. That's not shock horror price. It's expensive, but it's not thousands.
Not when you think that you could probably have a middle of the road car, a Fiesta or something.
For that money.
For that money, but something could go wrong on that, and you could end up spending £500 or £600 quite easy on something, couldn't you?
Charlotte had a 58 plate Volkswagen Fox, which is like the up, but the earlier version, and the electric steering went, and that was £700, and that was just for an electric steering pump. So yeah, that's not bad price at all, is it?
No. So where are we going next then?
I know. Nicola, I quite like the story about Nicola up the arse.
Yeah, she'd only had it a couple of months and she got hit by a bus, which did more damage to the bus, funny enough, than it did to the Mercedes. She was turning left and she had to stop because someone was coming out of turning and the bus didn't realise and went up the back, clipped the back of her.
Did the bus sort of hit and then went on past?
Corner, yeah.
It's annoying, isn't it?
It's annoying. Yeah. So, but obviously that's the problem with driving any car, isn't it?
Yeah, can't blame Nikki for that.
No.
As much as I'm sure you wanted to.
No, I didn't blame her for it at all. No.
Right. You're going to record it next time. I'm doing all the fucking work here.
I'm just providing the beer. Don't stop quickly because I'm out the door if you stop quickly now.
It's been a pleasure. Yeah. Much more of a pleasure than it will be watching this shit back.
Yes, I think you're probably right. Go.
Boy band.
Oh right. Fuck's sake, don't stop quickly, Shaun. I'm a goner if you do.
And who's going to thank me? See, you haven't thought about this, have you? You haven't thought about it. That's really nice of you, Ian. No, that is.
Fucking cyclists.